Imagine training your whole life to referee the greatest tournament on earth. You get the call from FIFA. You pack your bags. You fly thousands of miles. And then, at the airport, they turn you around and send you home. That is exactly what happened to Omar Artan, the first Somali referee ever selected for a FIFA World Cup. African Referee of the Year. A man who rose from the pitches of Mogadishu to the biggest stage in football. He arrived at Miami International Airport with a diplomatic passport, FIFA documentation, and a dream. U.S. Customs and Border Protection pulled him aside, questioned him for hours, and declared him inadmissible. He never refereed a single match. And here is the thing that nobody wants to say out loud. Omar Artan was not alone. What happened to him was part of a pattern that targeted African fans, African journalists, African officials, and African supporters specifically. A pattern that turned the so-called World Cup for everyone into something much darker. Let's go back to the beginning. When FIFA awarded the 2026 World Cup to the United States, Canada, and Mexico, FIFA President Gianni Infantino stood at a podium and said, and these are his words, "Everyone will be welcome." Africa was sending a record 10 teams. 10, the most in history. Cape Verde making their debut. DR Congo returning for the first time since 1974. South Africa back for the first time since they hosted the tournament in 2010. This was supposed to be Africa's World Cup moment. Then the Trump administration's travel ban hit. 39 countries. Citizens from 39 nations banned from receiving new visas to enter the United States. Among those countries, Ivory Coast, Senegal, Iran, Haiti, many of them with teams competing in the very tournament happening on American soil. The president of Ivory Coast's National Supporters Committee, Julian Quadio-Adonis, did not mince his words. He told AFP directly, "The United States government told us they do not want supporters from certain countries, including Ivory Coast, on American soil." The Ivorian fans canceled their trips. Every single one of them. For Senegal, it was even more personal. Their sports ministry tried everything. They offered to pay for the travel of the presidents of every major supporters organization. They covered all costs. Every visa application came back rejected. It was the first time in Senegal's 4 World Cup appearances that not a single home-based supporter would be present. Not one. And then the $15,000 visa bond. If you were a fan from Algeria, Cape Verde, Ivory Coast, Senegal, or Tunisia, 5 African nations with qualified teams, you were required to post a deposit of up to $15,000 just to apply for a visitor visa. $15,000 for a football ticket. Not a crime. Not a security threat. Just a football fan who wanted to watch their country play. Think about what that means in practice. A Senegalese teacher, a Ghanaian student, a Tunisian small business owner, the people who live and breathe football, priced out of the tournament their country qualified for. The ban eventually forced FIFA to step in and get the bond requirement temporarily suspended for ticketed fans in May 2026. But the damage was already done. The bookings were gone. The flights were gone. The plans were destroyed. And then there were the journalists. The International Sports Press Association wrote an open letter to FIFA. African journalists from Ivory Coast, from Senegal, were denied the multi-entry visas they needed to follow their teams across multiple host cities. They could get 1 match, maybe 2. But to follow your national team through an entire group stage campaign? Impossible. Meanwhile, ICE agents were deployed inside World Cup stadiums. Stadium workers in Los Angeles went on strike in protest. Immigrant rights groups issued a formal travel warning. Hundreds of thousands of people in the Netherlands signed an online petition calling for a boycott. FIFA said nothing meaningful. FIFA is not involved in host country immigration processes. That was the official statement. The same FIFA that promised everyone would be welcome. The same FIFA that took billions of dollars in hosting rights. The same FIFA that happily collected ticket revenue from fans who were then told they couldn't attend. Now here's the question that should keep you up at night. Africa sends a record 10 teams to the World Cup. African talent fills the rosters of the biggest clubs on earth. African players generate billions in transfer fees and shirt sales. But when those players run out onto the pitch in Atlanta, Miami, New York, The people who raised them, who painted their faces, who woke up at 3 a.m. in Dakar and Abidjan to watch them on television. Those people were not allowed in the building. What does it mean to host the world if the world is only welcome on your terms? Omar Artan returned to Mogadishu to a hero's welcome. Thousands packed a stadium, not to watch football, but to honor the man who never got to referee it. They hoisted him onto their shoulders and wrapped him in the Somali flag. And in that moment, something became very clear. The stadium that celebrated Omar Artan had more dignity than the border that turned him away. The 2026 World Cup will be remembered for stunning goals, shocking upsets, and historic moments. But for millions of Africans, it will also be remembered as the tournament where the gates were open and the doors were locked. I want to know what you think. Should FIFA have pulled the World Cup from the United States when these restrictions became clear? Let me know in the comments below.